Okay, well, this is our last day. It's in the morning, Thursday morning. We're checking out of the hotel and we're going to head on down the road. Where are we headed to, Werner?
I don't know. It's someplace in East Germany.
East Germany. All right, so we're going to head on down the road. Say goodbye to the place. Bye. This is a nice place. This is interesting. Over here you park half on the road, half off the road. The parking spot extends up over the curb, partway onto the sidewalk. The space is very limited here. Thought that was neat. Okay, we're now leaving Rudesheim and we're headed towards Leipzig. Okay, we're headed towards Dresden. We stopped at a rest stop here. We're going to switch drivers for a little while. Werner's tired. And we'll get there soon enough. It's a rest stop, people having picnics, but look at the view behind them. Nice.
Well, here we are, stuck in a traffic jam on our way to Leipzig.
Autobahn Route 9. And it's 3 lanes, no restriction in the speed, yet here we sit. Talca. Coming back into it. Following a motor scooter. Just a light rail. A lot of the older buildings are obscured by trees now. They've grown up a lot. Okay, we've stopped for the night. We are in a hotel just west of Dresden. 50 euro a night, not too bad a room. I'll show you that later. It has a nice restaurant inside with a gift shop and stuff. Neat thing about this here is right behind it. Look at this. There's one of them whopping big wind generators right behind the restaurant. They have an old train here on display with the train stop. Little information. The football thing at the top that the propellers are hooked to is about the size of a semi-truck. It is big. I mean, it's hard to describe how big those things are. And then down this way they go to a garden and stuff. Pretty cool. There's a nice water garden out front. Rocks and all that stuff, and there's a little bridge here that you walk across to get into the restaurant. So really nice stuff. This is the restaurant inside. Okay, this is pretty much what you get for 50 euro a night, about $65. The room. It's very American style, not like the rooms we had in Germany. I mean, you're still in Germany. I mean, Dresden's still in Germany, but it's got an American feel to it. I mean, it's a Best Western for crying out loud, you know? Little TV set, which you have to have a credit card to put in to get it to work. They do have free channels on it, but there are some pay ones. The bathroom's pretty simple. Nice. Shower is a little strange. They're very small. It's weird. There's no, it goes right on the floor and then drains to the back. But interesting. Thank you for taking our tour of our hotel room. The dawn comes early, eh?
Oh man.
Did we sleep well?
Slept very good.
All right.
Did you shower well?
Yeah. We're getting ready to go into Dresden now. It is Friday morning. Packing up the car, gonna head down the road.
Yeah, before we get Scott back to Frankfurt.
Yeah. Old train. That was a new truck. A lot of the repair you see going on around here is because of the flood last year. Alright, this is the Semper Opera House in Dresden. I'm not sure if this is part of the Opera House or not. I'm not sure. It might be part of the Opera House. This is the river area bridge, and you can see where the high water mark was last year. It just flooded right out. This is a very large cathedral right next to the Opera House. Some more of that cathedral next to the Opera House. Quite nice, very big. I think this is part of the same cathedral. Some more buildings down further, glass domes in them and everything, real nice. This is all along the river. The guidebook says this is part of the old royal palace right here.
No, over there.
Over here?
The facade.
Oh, that there is part of the old royal house.
With the murals.
Oh, okay, that one there is part of the old royal house.
That over there is the Opera House.
We got the Opera House, and this church here.
There I am with the guidebook. The church is a Catholic court church.
Yeah. Very neat. They got all kinds of statue of, I guess, priests up here along the top of the...
Well, I'm sure it's more... No.
Former...
No, I think it's figures out of Greek mythology or saints.
Yeah. To give you an idea how much church and state were connected back then, they even have a connection, direct bridge directly from the palace right into the church. Some more ornate work on the bridge, the crown. There's some of the statues lining the top of the cathedral. Said probably Greek myths and gods and things.
Say what? Oh, this is the procession of the princes. A mural made all of tile of the royalty of the rulers of the House of Wettin, which was the ruling family here. Der alte Stamm sei stets erneut im edlen Fürstenreich, wie alle Zeit dein Volk dir weiht, die Dele deutsche Zeug. Oh my God, that's good. That would have.
Kind of looks like the picture in the book. There's a friendly face. Looking back down that alley with the mural on it. This, according to Werner, is a very famous church that was bombed by the Allies, and they are piecing it back together, and you can see the dark pieces of the old and the bright pieces of the new, and all the big construction equipment on top of it. It's called the Church of Our Lady, a very famous site.
Tell them the rest of it.
I did say earlier about it being bombed by the Allies. I guess they're using old photographs and stuff to reconstruct it. This represents of what was left standing after the bombing, and this is what was there that they're trying to rebuild. And this picture represents what it looked like prior to being bombed, and they're restoring back to that splendor. Some nice little restaurants down this alley here next to the church. Little cafe next to it. Here's some other buildings right next to the church.
The fatherland to decorate and to honor.
This is called the Grand Cafe and Restaurant. Some more of the restoration work on this side of the church. A little better lighting. That's some scaffolding, dude. And that's where they're going to rebuild the dome on top. One of the cannons.
Treasure chest, huh?
Yeah, I mean right downtown you find everything you want to see. One-stop shopping, Dresden. 1,000.
5, 6, 7, 8, 50, 60, 70, 80. I think 1,893.
1893.
Yeah, that was during the Weimar Republic.
This is a view looking across the river. Not quite sure what that building is. There's another very historic looking building across the river as well. They actually have an old steam powered paddle wheel tour boat that they run around up and down the river with. They have a lot of the river boats here. As you can see, several of them down through there. Here's a view from the park bench, taking a rest in front of the art school. Shot of the relief up there. Lots of statues on top. Scenic view of the bridge crossing over into Dresden. All the monuments and stuff we saw.
Busty women with blonde hair and braids.
Academy of the Visual Arts. It says knock 3 times. It's a nice cafe up on top here, overlooking the river. Another monument. This is a what used to be a government official like parliament building of some sort. Nifty little fountain in front of the Senate.
See the gal playing.
Found a nice vantage point to take shots of the church. Back there is the opera house we saw. And then over here was the summer palace. Now if you look at your tourist guide, this is about as close to the picture inside the book and on the back of the book as I can get. So somewhere around here you know the photographer took this picture. Okay, what kind of car is this, Werner?
It's a Trabant, nicknamed the Trabi, which was a car that was made in East Germany when it really was East Germany.
The people's car. So if you were in East Germany a few years ago, this is what you would drive.
If you drove at all.
If you drove at all.
Unless you were very wealthy and you imported a Mercedes from the West.
Yeah. Warner's having a field day with the car. He likes the car. So some more of the opera house. The opera house has a lot of gold inlay in it. I'll see if I can get some of it. Very nice. And a nice pan shot of the opera house. Werner got a parking ticket. I guess you're not supposed to park here, eh, Werner? Alright, well, we're done here at the square, so we're going to start heading back to Frankfurt. There's some of the backside of the opera house. Look at the ornate gold on that. Amazing. And then this is the entrance to the opera house right here. Very nice indeed. Kind of traveling out of the city here. Still perplexed about the ticket though. Yeah, It was too easy parking there. We kind of figured it had to be a catch to it sometime. Sure enough. By the way, folks, this is what a parking ticket from Dresden looks like. This looks like an old mosque, but it is actually not. It is a company, and they built it to look like an old mosque, but it's a relatively new company. So that's neat. Okay, once we get up on Route 6 Autobahn, we'll be headed back to Frankfurt. Okay, we're back on Route 4, headed towards Frankfurt. So we'll be back in Frankfurt in about 6 or 7 hours. Yeah, you want to rent a horse? That one there looks like it's dead. Yeah, nice countryside. Nice view of the valley over that way. Okay, we're stopping for the night. My flight leaves in the morning. We're at Frankfurt, and this is the hotel we're going to be staying in tonight. And here comes Werner with the cart. So I'll load him up.
Some help, sir? Do you need some help, sir?
Yeah, for how many euro? It's the entrance to the hotel. And they got some nice fountains spraying here. Very peaceful. Lobby. And the bar. And outside our hotel room, I want to look down and show you that there's a little terrace that you can sit and have something to eat at if you want to. And then there's a pathway that walks out that way towards the entrance. And here's the hotel room, our last room of the trip. Not too bad. The beds do slide apart. So we're going to get ready to pack up, and my flight leaves out first thing in the morning. Well, that's it for our trip here to Germany. Hope you liked it. We're in the room here at Frankfurt getting ready to go home. My flight leaves out very early, about 7:30, so we got to go to bed quite early. So I will see you all when I get home. Auf Wiedersehen.